So I've got this 100-inch projector screen behind me here. The cool thing is that these budget projectors have never been more affordable. So this one's from VIZONY, it's the PD04. For full transparency, this is a sponsored video. I've been working with them on some other ones in the past, and they sent this over. They didn't tell me anything I had to say about this though. I'm gonna go through this projector with you here today. We're gonna show you some of like the audio, video samples. I'm gonna show you how you can hook up your phone to this and cast, and as well as how you can kind of get all your streaming services set up on here and start watching your favorite shows and movies. This does have Bluetooth. The casting function works pretty great on here too. And overall, this is a projector you'd probably pay 3 times the amount for a few years ago. Let's get into the picture here. I'll show you some of my samples. So what we're looking at here, this is a 100-inch diagonal picture that you're seeing. This is in my spare room. I've got a projector screen this is on, but you can put this just on the wall also. But this is 4K footage that's going to be coming off as the 1080p. This is a native 1080p projector. So, even if you're playing 4K, 1080p is what you're going to see here. So we'll look at some of the colors, the crispness. This one right here, you can see kind of the beaded water droplets. Colors look good. I can see good texture on the leaves and everything like that. So 1080p is pretty darn good, especially when you have, a big image size like this. You can go this size, you can go bigger than this. I've thrown these up on the side of my house before even. So, pretty good texture in the rock faces and everything here. Really nice, beautiful blue water you can see here and everything. The sky looks good in this, good definition between the highlights and the shadows. And this image here especially, this is one that the colorful saturation on that drink picture and in this fish picture, a lot of the time it gets kind of blown out and almost oversaturated and the colors can get muddled up. This projector is actually doing a really good job on the colors. This is another one, again, like sometimes the highlight area of this one can really get blown out. And on this projector right now, what we're seeing, this really doesn't look bad at all in the sky and everything. So pretty impressed with this so far. We can see here on this one, again, a lot of texture in the leaves and everything. Pretty nice colors. And again, this is one here where these flowers with this picture here, you're getting close to where, some of these colors are starting to get muddled a little bit. This one's another good one too for kind of looking at the texture and everything, feathers, everything, details come through really nice. And then finally, again, this is one where this melon typically looks pretty oversaturated and unrealistic in a lot of projectors that I test this on. And here it looks pretty darn good. So this is a very portable projector. The size on this and the weight, makes it super easy to take with you, move around your own home, move inside to outside. If you were even going to take this to a friend's place or family members and do an outdoor movie, the size of this makes it very feasible to do so. So let's take a look here at some of the audio quality. This does have 10-watt stereo speakers included, but I'm going to give you my tips for the best sound out of this projector. And so guys, here's a quick little visualizer of the decibel. So this is a decibel meter. I'm going to stop talking here and show you in a minute from a few feet away what this is going to look like. So that's from 2 feet away. If we back up a little bit here, and there you go. You can see that's changed, more like around 41 or so. If you back up even further, so yeah, still kind of similar. The speakers on this do a pretty good job. If I'm watching it in a room like this, I can definitely overpower that fan. I mean, it is present though. It's not the quietest projector, but with the value that this one delivers, kind of in the range that this is, I think it's definitely acceptable. And then the other nice thing, what I definitely recommend is to hook this up then to another speaker. You can either use that 3.5 millimeter jack to hook up with a line and physically hook up to another speaker, or you can also do Bluetooth. You may have a little bit of lag with Bluetooth if you go that route, but either way you can do that and drastically improve the audio quality as well. This is as loud as this projector gets right now. You could hear a little bit going on back here. The fan noise is definitely noticeable. If you want to get this louder, if you're going to be using this in an outdoor environment, I would highly recommend hooking up another speaker. I got this JBL Charge 5 that we're going to hook up, and I'll show you the difference. All right guys, so I'm going to turn on my JBL speaker here. I'm going to power that on. We're going to put it in the pairing mode then too in a second here. But so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Bluetooth. You gotta turn that on because right now it's off. So it's on, go to available device, search, and it's gonna do a Bluetooth search. So on mine right now, I'm gonna hit the Bluetooth icon here. So now we are in pairing mode. So you see right there, as simple as that, you can see it's got JBL Charge 5. We are gonna click it. And it is connected. So I got the little notification jingle on my speaker there. All right, so I've got a Reacher trailer starting right now. We're about to hear. This is gonna be coming out of the JBL Charge 5 now that is just hooked up by Bluetooth.
Damn, Reacher. When we were kids, we just wrote our names in it.
So as you can tell, this is a lot louder using my own speaker now.
Soft.
Surveillance photos don't do you justice.
Looks like you had a rough night.
Had worse.
So as you can probably tell there, the speaker attached to this just blows away the internal speakers. So if you're in a pinch and you're using this in a regular sized room and there's not a whole lot of other noise around you or something like that, you'd be fine using these onboard speakers. You got 10 watts of stereo speakers coming out of this. Otherwise though, that was with that JBL Charge 5. If you have some other kind of Bluetooth speaker, you can use that. Bluetooth is always going to have a little bit of a lag and a delay between, you'll see them talking. It's not going to pair up perfectly when you're hearing the audio coming out of the speaker. So if that's going to bother you, what you do then is you can just use a line in. So use a 3.5 millimeter or an auxiliary cord to go straight into your speaker and then into that 3.5 millimeter jack on the projector. That's going to get you the best audio, but this projector does have the Bluetooth option if you want it. I think most people nowadays are going to be using this for streaming services, your Netflix, Hulu, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to show you kind of what you can expect, what it's going to look like, how easy it's going to be to navigate those interfaces, and how good is the text. So we're in Hulu here just to show you kind of what you can expect from these interfaces, what this is going to look like. So as you can see here, everything looks pretty darn crisp and clear. You can see all of the text. These thumbnails are pretty darn good also. You can see especially the big ones here. So yeah, you're going to have a really good experience, easily be able to get through all of your menus on Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, whatever you go through on here. Overall, I think this is a great device for, if you're going to use this with movies, streaming shows, movie nights outside, sleepovers, all that kind of stuff. This would be a great option. This is what it looks like if we get up, really close and personal here. This is kind of the clarity you're going to get with the thumbnails, and you can see there, that text is not bad at all. Another setup note for setting up your projector and determining your screen size is basically dependent on how far you have it from the wall or your projector screen. That's going to determine the actual size of the image that it projects. So the further away it's going to be, it's going to give you a larger picture. If you bring it closer, it is going to be a smaller picture. I'll put the minimum distances here in the text right now, but essentially that's kind of how you decide. Right now I probably have this about like 8.5, 9 feet away. That's just a rough estimation. Again, use those numbers that I give here if you want to be exact. So if you want to stream with this projector, the best thing you can do is hook up like a Fire Stick, a Roku player. I've got my Roku Premiere 4K right here. This is what I typically always hook up, especially when I'm testing these projectors out here. But the best for like getting actual apps, Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, any of that kind of stuff, the best thing to do is going to be to get something like that. You could also hook up, this has the HDMI on here. So just like you could hook up a cable box to a TV, you can hook up a cable box to this also. So however you want to do that, there's plenty of ways. You can wirelessly cast with this, which is what I'm going to show you here next. And the one thing to note with that though is it doesn't really matter the projector. You can have the best projector on the market and it's going to be the same rules. You really can't cast any apps like that, like Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, all that stuff due to copyright laws. You can't actually cast over from your phone to a device like this. So if you want to watch more apps like that and everything, and for just better performance, just get a Fire Stick, get a Roku player, something like that. But if you do want to do like personal photos, personal videos, things like that. So if you want to hook up with that, we're going to do that right now. I'm going to show you live how you would hook up. So you're going to access this from the main menu, go into your Wi-Fi settings right there in the top right, and you're going to set that up. All right, so I'm successfully connected to the Wi-Fi. Now on the home menu, you're going to go to the screen mirroring here, which is that red block on the bottom left. So you'll see here you've got iOS screen, Android screen. So on Android, the way you're going to do this is you'll hit that middle one here. You'll pull down from the top and you will do the cast option. So you'll see here it says in the top right, you're going to get the VIZONY. Mine says EA53. This one says you do not need to be connected to a router's Wi-Fi, and it kind of tells you how to, get into that there. But pretty easy for Android. Typically, in my experience, other than Google Pixels, Androids are very easy to set up. For iOS, we are going to click the far left one here. And again, it tells you right here, it shows you how, it says make sure you are on the same router's Wi-Fi. So on an iPhone here, going to swipe from the top there, kind of diagonal. So the screen mirroring is this icon right here, the two screens. Gonna hit that. You can see I got my Roku Premiere. I got my Samsung TV that I have in another room. So this should be popping up here. All right, for some reason that took a little bit longer for it to pop up, but about 10 seconds later there, it just popped up. So you can see right here, VIZONY EA53 is what it's telling me on the projector. So I tap that, and you can see now we are already connected. So pretty simple to do that. And as I said, on Android and everything too, it's pretty easy. You can see here, pretty responsive, pretty quick. Like I said, let me see, I'll try to show you and give an example for like Hulu, for example, or Prime Video. Let's click, I'm going to do Prime Video. And I'm going to click my name. So you can see it came up on here, but if I go to hit something and we do play movie, all right, so it's giving me ads on Prime Video. Just to show you, it says here, this video can't play on your device because it doesn't meet HDCP content protection standards. So that is what's going to happen if you try to go through Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu. So that's what I was talking about right there. So get a streaming stick or something and things like that on here. So you can see I'm playing this from my phone here. This was just some footage I shot outside in the backyard of some of the flowers and stuff there. So I'm able to play videos like this. You could go through your library too and pick out, other pictures and stuff. I have some videos from a concert I shot here. So this is actually playing the concert footage. So if you've got some like family photos, family events, things like that that you want to play, you can do that very easily with this casting. But if you want to actually like stream video and things like that, and things from YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, all that, then you're going to need a streaming device. So yeah, as far as casting with your phone, that actually worked out pretty well. Just to give you a quick idea of lights on versus lights off, this is in a dim room right now. It's middle of the day, but I have blackout curtains up. If I turn the light on, that's what it looks like with the light on, completely lit room. You can see there, I mean, you can still see it. Obviously, it's not ideal, but you can still definitely see things. And then that again is with the lights off. So there you go. Here's another set of some videos just to give you an idea too. 1080p is a good clarity, especially if you're going to be having a big image like this. If you think of billboards and that, there's always a common misconception that if you need something really big, you need it to be high megapixels, it needs to be able to blow up and look good. But there's actually like a principle, if you're looking at billboards and you actually look at the image resolution that they are, because it's so big and it's meant to be viewed from further away, you don't have to have it being in like some crazy resolution with pixels and your pixel density and everything. It's kind of the same with the projectors then, honestly. You can kind of take that and apply that to projectors. If you have this on the side of your house, it's going to look pretty good being native 1080p. You don't need it to be 4K necessarily to enjoy this and have good resolution. You can see here, I mean, you're getting pretty good image quality out of this. And I think for the price range that this is in, this is a great deal. This VIZONY projector delivers really great value. Like I said, this is an awesome entry-level option. If you're someone who's just getting into projectors, or you just want to be able to have a movie night immediately in your backyard, I think this is a pretty awesome option. You can throw this in a room, throw it in a basement, have movie nights and game nights there. This would be great for kids and sleepovers and things like that. I think if you've been looking into this, just jump in and grab it. It pays itself off. I think, if you're someone who goes to the movies and you're used to ticket prices now and food and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you could get this, throw it up in your backyard, and it'll pay itself off in no time. There's going to be an affiliate link in the comments and description if you want to pick up this VIZONY PD04 projector. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more theater content like this, and I'll see you on the next one.